Hey class, we're going to talk about a couple of chapters today, chapters 15 and 16. There's a lot to go over in these chapters, to be honest, but the good thing about these two chapters is a lot of the information is information that you can kind of learn on your own. So what I wanted to do in this video was kind of walk you through the slides a little bit so that it makes a little bit more sense as you're reading through that stuff. So for chapters 15, this is a chapter that deals with integrated theory. Kind of the big takeaway from this chapter is for you to understand that the most common contemporary criminological theories are integrated theories. What that means is that those theories are going to combine a whole bunch of different ideas into one theoretical framework. So as you move through the slides, I arranged the slideshow a little bit differently. It actually goes pretty well with kind of remote learning, or whatever phrase we want to use for this madness that we're caught up in right now. But what the slideshow does is it presents integrated theories a little bit at the beginning from a 30,000 foot view, and then what I did is I split every theory that's talked about in the chapter into these different slides. And each slide will show you the theories that we previously talked about, or the concepts that we previously talked about that are integrated into that specific theory. And then it's going to give you like a brief little theoretical argument and then walk you through some of the empirical findings. So I'm going to actually look down so I can see some of the slides. So if you go on to slide number 4, slide number 4 is the first of those integrated theories, and it's Elliott's integrated theory of delinquency and drug use. And if you look on that slide, it actually walks you through the theories that are integrated into that idea. So remember, integrated theories are taking a bunch of different ideas from theories and combining them into one. So the idea is that we can have more explanatory power. We'll be able to explain more types of behaviors by combining all of these different ideas. So this first theory combines classical strains, social control, social learning, and social disorganization, or elements from those. And then next down, the next point down on that slide talks about the argument that the theory makes, and then the empirical findings for that theory. And so you can go through each of these theories on your own and kind of see that, but that hopefully explains the setup. And again, the 30,000 foot takeaway from this chapter is there are very few theories that are coming out of criminology today that are kind of just down one lane, that are just sociological on a micro level. They'll either be macro and micro kind of combined, or you'll have biological aspects of a theory combined with sociological aspects, combined with psychological aspects, and it tries to provide this much broader view of things. So that's chapter 15. For chapter 16, it is just a review of all of the stuff that we've talked about so far this year. And what I did in that slideshow is I actually tried to pull out the highlights. It's kind of just the bullet point highlights from chapter 16. So you can read through those on your own. They're all pretty self-explanatory because it's all stuff we've already talked about. So what the chapter does is it breaks up into a few different categories. And if you give me a minute, I can bring it up so I can remember what it is. And within those categories, it provides kind of bullet point explanations for things that are that research has shown are good, are noteworthy, or that we don't really pay attention to much anymore. So it talks about like structure and process theories, which are sociological. It talks about kind of biological theories, and then it provides some information for unified theories at the end. So both of these chapters, chapters 15 and 16, are building or summarizing information that we've already talked about this semester. So we're not really going over too much new stuff. In chapter 15, there's some, because of the integrated theories, and they're making arguments bringing all these ideas together. But chapter 16 is just a review. So go over those. We'll have our review session on Thursday morning, our study session on Thursday morning. So if you have any questions about that stuff, please feel free to bring it to the study session on Thursday. And I hope you all are doing well. I'll see you then. Take care.